guys, it's me, Danielle Danibuttons, and I'm here today with our April group buddy color. If you are new to my channel or this video series, every month I put a community tab poll up where I pick 3 to 4 books and have everybody vote on what book I should color from that month in hopes that you guys can color along and potentially do the same page. So this month was the closest the poll has ever been. Usually, like, there's a clear winner, but sometimes there'll be like 2 front runners and then 1 we leave in the dust. This, for basically the entire week this poll has been up, has been nearly dead even. So we have had 190 votes. 36% for our winner Jade Summer, 33% for our runner-up Lulu Mail, and 32% for Yippee Kwaye Freebie. Crazy. Most of the time it was like 33, 33, 35. So I think they just can't math harder. It's possible that we were basically at a dead heat. But the numbers don't lie. I'm going to have to go with Jade Summer Chibi Girls, which is what this is. So this is Grayscale 2-in-1 Chibi Girls by Jade Summer. I don't think this version of this book is available anymore. I'm not positive because I have this, so I haven't been looking. But I think you can get like the 4-in-1 that also has Christmas and horror. So if you're interested in purchasing this, you can do that. Otherwise, I'll show you the theme of the page I picked in a minute. And if you just want to do something similar, you can do that. Hopefully this page isn't already done by everybody. So let's just show you the page and then we'll keep yapping. I am doing this ballerina page. What's interesting is I've actually done this page before. Basically, I had Chibi Girls Volume 1, which I think was this cover. I think that's Volume 2. I had Chibi Girls Volume 1, and I did like 4 or 5 pages in it, and that book had doubles. And then they came out with the 2-in-1, and I was like, ooh, I need that. So I bought the 2-in-1, and I gave Volume 1 to a friend of mine. And I had already done this page, which is why I haven't done again. This was actually one of the very first pages I ever did in alcohol markers, and it wasn't that great because of that. So this is kind of redemption for me. But what I am noticing is there's bleed through from the page before, which is unfortunate. So I had done this vampire couple and bled through a little bit, but we're just gonna ignore it and hope for the best. So I'm excited to give this one another shot. Redemption. I wish I had a picture of my old one. I'll have to check my Instagram, but I didn't do that before this. Let's just get right into it. I think I'm going to go with what in my head is classic colors. So I'm probably gonna do a red curtain, browns for the ground. I'm gonna make her a pink ballerina. And yes, I tend to do the backgrounds first and the skin tones. So let's do that. I'm using my Cali Art markers because why not? What I love about Grayscale is you don't really have to worry about shading. Like, you can if you so choose, but it does the shading for you. So I'm just gonna go straight into it. I do need to worry about trying not to bleed too much with my markers. Obviously, that's awkward to say when I'm using red, but I haven't used my Cali Arts for a little bit, so I'm gonna try not to get ink all over, but it's all right. We're gonna do our best. Have I done the next page? Yeah, I've done the next page too, so that works out. That I shouldn't be able to ruin it. For me, like, obviously, I don't want to color all over the next page. That's already done. But for me, like, it's finished. So at least I got to enjoy my time with that page. And again, I'm not going to, like, intentionally ruin it. But if something happens, it's okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to straight color this whole thing. Ooh, I'm itchy. Oh, no. Oh, awkward. It was like the back of my arm, so I couldn't use my other hand. But I'm going to straight color this whole thing and hopefully put some glitter on top. We'll see how our time's doing. And it should lighten up and shade for me. So that's the scary part, though, about alcohol markers, especially on the black background, is it comes out darker than it's going to end up. So you're looking at it and you might be like, uh-oh, That's not the color I was hoping for, but it should all lighten up and look good in the end. Another tip for markers, I get asked a lot how to like not streak with markers. Really, you just kind of get used to it, which I know is frustrating when you're just starting out. But the best tip is to just keep it moving and like never let it dry. So I sometimes will avoid the edges, especially because I don't want, like, I don't know how much it's going to bleed. So I avoid the edges. If I do need to stop, I try to stop on a place that makes sense. So for these curtains, it would have made sense to stop along these lines that are already there for me. And yeah, so I won't go all the way to the edge, and then I'll just take my fine tip. I'm also a chisel person, which I know blows some minds, but I'll take my fine tip, which seems to potentially be drying out. That's kind of frustrating. I think I need new sets of markers, which I don't want, but oh no. In theory, I would take my fine tip and just go along the edges, but I guess I'm gonna have to do it with my chisel, so we might get some streakiness, but for the most part, you can fix anything with some glitter. So if we have to do that at the end, that is what we'll do, but you just want to keep where you're working as wet as possible. So if you have to like work from the edges, I try to like go back and forth. It's hard to explain verbally, but hopefully you can kind of see my personal methods. But unfortunately, most of it is just getting used to it and like knowing how quickly the markers dry and how much they spread and things like that. So cool. I love also like putting it on real dark and watching it get lighter over time. So what is up with me? I have been the last few days helping my cousin. When we were in Disney World, her room actually flooded, and they didn't tell us until we got back because obviously there was nothing to do while she was in Disney, so they didn't want to like ruin her trip. But it was a whole thing waiting for insurance and rebuilding and all that fun stuff. But now it's back, and we have been organizing and like putting all her clothes back and putting all the stuff back on the walls. And I've been doing that 3 days in a row and potentially 2 more days. Right now I'm filming on Friday night, and you should see this, I think, on Sunday. So I think I might help her tomorrow, which is Saturday, but I should be off Sunday. And then last day on Monday of helping. But obviously, this is my cousin that lives 2 miles away, so it's real easy to help out, which is nice. So that's what we've been up to. Wednesday, I was in charge of detangling all of her necklaces. I think I have a knack for it. I don't know if I just am somehow patient with it or I have a knack, but she just handed me a whole pile of them, and I go to town getting them all back to their individual states. And then, yeah, we're hanging stuff on the walls today. Why are my markers drying out? I would never ever have assumed my red marker would be drying out. That's kind of why I also picked this, because I knew this was such a large area, and I was like, well, it's the red marker. Red always dries out last because I'm not a huge fan of the color red. So I was like, oh, there'll definitely be enough ink, and there is not enough ink, and this is looking sloppy, and I'm getting angry. Ugh. I'm not sure what my plan is, because I don't think there's really any similar colors to this in this set either. So I'm going to try to cover as much as I can, and then I might have to second coat it with a similar color. I feel like I might have the similar color in my Tau trees, but I also think you'll be able to notice a second coat. So first, I'm going to do my first coat. All right. Look at how terrible. Jeez Louise. So yeah, it's Friday night. I've told Sam he has to date me. So tomorrow we're doing something together. But what it is yet unknown. And I'm trying to convince him to take me to Delaware to go to a Second and Charles bookstore, which, if you have never heard of them, is like also similar to Half Price Books, if you've heard of them, which we don't have any in our area. But basically, it's a place that you can like sell your used books, and then they'll give you credit, and then you can buy more books. And I'm desperate to go to one because we did that when we visited Sam's sister, my sister-in-law, in Georgia. We went to a bunch of these places, but obviously Georgia is very, very far away. So Delaware is not that far. Like, come on. I wish there were closer ones, but there are not at this time. Hopefully that dry is not horrific looking, but we will see. Next, I'm going to do a skin tone because that seems to be what I do. Next, I'm gonna find one barely beige, I guess. I'm gonna use barely beige and hope that there's actually ink in this one because now I'm nervous. Yeah, so I'm trying to convince him to take me to one of those stores. I'm gonna look it up and see because I think there are also some in Pennsylvania, and we'll see what's closer. New Jersey is a very unique state because we're, I think, pretty close to a whole ton of places. It depends your definition of far away. Like, if you go, let's say, what's far away? I think in about 4 hours, like 4, we could get to Boston. We could get to the middle of Pennsylvania. We can get to upstate New York. We could get to, obviously, Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, like Baltimore area in 4 hours. You can get a lot of places. So I looked up the Delaware bookstore that I want to go to. It says it's 2 hours and 10 minutes. So I'm going to try to convince him. And I have to see. I have to see if Pennsylvania is closer. Because I think when I had previously looked it up, the Pennsylvania ones were in like Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh is like 7 hours. So obviously that's not close. But Pennsylvania is huge. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, you can't get from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia in any reasonable amount of time. But I can get to Philadelphia in 2 hours. So, we'll see. We'll see. Because, like, in his sleepy state, Sam joked that he wanted to go on a road trip. But I said to where? And he said, we'll just drive around in the car and then come home. But now I'm trying to be like, you said you wanted to go on a road trip, so I'm presenting you with this road trip opportunity. So I will keep you posted in my next video or so if we go. So keep your fingers crossed for me, please, and thank you. Basically, I keep all my books. After I read a book, 95% of the time, I get rid of it. And I like to donate them to the library, but our library has been not having as many sales. So, like, since the pandemic, they don't always have the sales, which obviously that's up to them. And so if I can get some money back for it, I would be down for that. And by money back, I mean credit to buy more books, of course. I'm pretty sure these places you can ask for money back, but it'll be like, for an example, like, oh, I want to sell these 3 books. They'll be like, okay, I'll give you $15 store credit, or I'll give you $5. So that kind of situation. So we'll see. We shall see. All right. I don't know what I want to do the wall behind her. I think I'm going to do the ground in like browns. And I know this is kind of feeling boring, but I like it. So yikes. I don't know. And I might do her blonde hair. I don't know. I'm being like very stereotypical in my mind of what she's looking like. I don't know. Okay, let's see. This is yellow. That's literally the name of the color, is just yellow. I guess, is blonde hair yellow? That seems too much. But I guess it'll shade itself. So let's go for it. Yellow. But yes, otherwise, my dad's birthday is next week. I think I talked about that in my last video. I have no idea at this point. I, get so confused what I talk about where. So I also film videos for Patreon. If you didn't know. Self-promotion time. I have a Patreon. And it's a lot of fun. We have Instagram chat groups that we hang out, and we obviously have extra videos on Patreon, and I post 3 extra videos and a live every month over there. Plus, we do bingo every single month where you get a bunch of prompts to help pick your pages, and I think it's fun. And if you talk to any of my patrons, I think most of them will tell you it's fun too. So, but that being said, I get confused as to what I have filmed and talked about for you guys and what I have filmed and talked about over there. So, but in case you want extra content from me, you can go on, head on over and support me over there. I'm also a little more blunt over there, which is fun. So, if you ever want to know some real opinions. No, I don't really talk too different over there. I don't think. You'll have to ask them. Also, over here, I try to keep my videos to half an hour, and over there, I do however long the page takes is how long we go. So, that's nice. If you're into that, if you're into the longer videos, what do we think? It looks good. See, like, it's like drying down to what a real hair color would be. I'm also going to try poorly to do her eyebrows in the same color. Okay. Now, let's find our perfect pink flesh. No, thank you. Pale cherry pink. Could that be Ballerina-y? I think that might be too light. How about this color? Looks pretty pastel pink. That sounds promising. So oh man, this is hard. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. I only have like paper towels around, not extra paper. That's the pastel. That might be too dark. I think we might have to go with the pale cherry, but I don't want it to be like directly like her skin tone. I'm gonna do it on her ribbons on her legs and see what it dries like, and then if it's too like, is that too much like her skin tone? I have to do both ribbons now though. I don't know. That feels too much like her skin tone. Let's try the shoe. We're kind of stuck once we go for it. I think that's too much like her skin tone. But I may do it for this crazy ribbon too, since I did it for the shoe ribbons. Yeah, all of that side stuff was to say that my dad's birthday is next week, and I don't know what to do for him and his birthday. And I'm worried because it's real soon and I don't have a plan. It's actually on Wednesday. And again, you're seeing this Sunday. We were hoping to be able to go to Atlantic City, but we don't have dog care set up for little Miss Noodles. So Atlantic City is also really only like 2 hours away, but he would like to stay over one night if possible, because why not? I don't know, go to a buffet, hit the slots, that kind of stuff. I don't know. Staycation situation. But yeah, I was trying to pitch a Broadway show. Yes, I do. Oh, why is Emily being mean to me? Someone just asked if I need to clean my desk again. Oh. Womp. Sorry. Sneak peek for Patreon again. Instead of a free space in bingo, we made it clean your desk because my desk gets out of control. So I like to try to clean it once a month. But yeah, Dad like wants to go to the casinos, go to a buffet, staycation, or I guess it is a vacation. I think last time we went to the Ripley's Museum, which was fun. It was raining though. We bought ponchos. And there was like a paintball shooting gallery on the boardwalk, like at the arcade area, which I'm a good shot, let me tell you. I got good aim. Sam's always like, why is your aim so good? And I say, I'm an only child. When you don't have someone else to play, you play against yourself. And you know how you play against yourself? You aim. You get better at aiming. So I personally think I'm a good shot because I can aim real good. But it always just made me laugh. Once, it was actually also in Atlantic City. We went to Atlantic City, we had like a timeshare. I don't even know. So it was just me and Sam though. And I think we had like 2 or 3 days there. And obviously just the two of us couldn't just gamble for 3 days. So it was a really nice, like, sweet hotel room. And it had like a living room too, which was cool. But to pass the time, at one point we decided we were going to try to throw playing cards into a hat. And I was really good at it. And it made Sam upset because I just kept hitting the hat. So, is that random? Yes, but it's the truth. I'm a good shot. Yeah, another random AV story. This was a few months ago too. My dad was like, we were playing with noodles, and we always throw treats at Noodles, and she catches them. So my dad was joking, and I was on the other side of the room, and he's like, go ahead, throw one in my mouth. And from across the room, I got the dog treat right in his mouth. And we were dying laughing. So, don't mess with me and my aim. But, ooh, going over the lines. It's okay. Glitter will save us. Ooh, I think that was background, but now it's part of her skirt. Cute. All right, let's give her, I was going to say blue eyes, and I was going to say green eyes, but I'm going to give her mint blue, so it's kind of a little bit of both. And I definitely am going to have to clean up her eyeball, because I got some skin in her eye. She's like mid-blink or something. See, and I love grayscale. It's so easy, especially this style of Jade Summer grayscale. I'm sad that they are not working with whoever this was anymore, because this was like perfection, in my opinion. Like, this is exactly the type of grayscale I like. All right, I'm going to do a brun ground. I'm pretty sure the first time I did this, I was like worried about doing different shades of brown. You don't need to worry about that, because it just will do it itself. I keep waking up my computer. That's why I keep reaching. And my mouse is charging, so I have to like reach to the little mouse pad. Oh, the inconvenience. No, but I'm uploading a video, so I don't want it to go to sleep, because that was so frustrating. The other day I just like set it to upload, and then I left, and I was gone for like 4 hours, and the computer went to sleep, so it did not upload while I was gone. I was like, what the heck? I was pretty frustrated, because I had like set it to upload and scheduled it to just go out, and it did not, because it didn't upload. She's so cute. I don't know what I want to do the background, because sometimes I forget that you can leave stuff gray. Also, I'm not really worrying about going over these lines, because it's going to be the same color. In case you're like, wow, you're coloring a little sloppy there, girl. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Thanks, pal. But yeah, even though I'm doing the same color, I'm going one like plank at a time, because that is easier than doing a huge space. So I have to worry about a little space. Luckily, it has a pretty thick border, so you can go all the way up to the end and not really worry about bleed through. I should not be going super close to the pink, but we're just going for it. We're at about 24 minutes. I think we should be able to finish this whole thing. without having to stop and speed color. I'm also super thirsty. I do have water, but I don't want to do it while we are coloring this area. And then I also, I think Sam got ice cream. So I might have some ice cream when we're done filming. So that is our motivation to get through this quickly. Yeah, I might leave the background gray, or at least the wall, and then I'll do like the clouds in a color because the wall can be gray. I think that makes sense. And I tell myself all the time that you can leave things blank. Like you can leave it white, you can leave it gray. It is a color that appears in the world. Because I have that trouble all the time that I obviously want my pages to look good and coordinated, but like how often am I matching my surroundings, like with my clothes? Not too often. So, I don't know. I can hear Sam sniffling in the other room or coughing lightly. We got a cold from, now it's been 2 weeks, but he got his like 4 days after me. So I want to say I'm about 97 to 98% better. But I think he's still at like 75%. So zoinks. Okay. What do we got now? The background. So I'm going to do the clouds. See, all right. The clouds should kind of be gray because they're clouds. I think I'm going to do the border of the clouds in a blue. And hopefully that will make the clouds pop. That's the only tricky thing about grayscale is when you want light colors, but they're in gray already. But really, like hopefully you're telling, as I'm doing the border, it's helping to make that look lighter because the darker colors are surrounding it. So that's kind of the tip on that. Yeah, okay. So I'm leaving the rest of the background in gray. Now let's get glitter. What do we want to do? I'm going to get my glitter bucket. So I'm turning around for a second. This is actually just my jelly rolls. So I have the glaze and I have the stardust. No, metallic. So many jelly rolls. Actually, let me super reach. I'm so sorry. This is... Where is my paint pen? Nope, paintbrush. That's what they're called. It's missing. Paintbrush. I'm a mess right now. My desk needs help. Oh, I found it. Hold on, don't move. Okay, this is bleed proof white. My friend Deb told me about this, that this goes over anything really well, which is useful because sometimes, like, if you want to add highlights, it's hard. I'm not going to add highlights because I just don't know where to put them. But this is like calligraphy ink. So you have to like water activate it. So I just spray some water in there. And I use a paintbrush. And I'm just going to use this to fix her eyeball. Because as you can see, I hope, I got all up in there. So I'm going to just like zoop, zoop, zoop. It's actually super brightening that up, so a little bit extra. I'm gonna put some in her shine too. And now it looks super white, which I might also do to this cloud. So first let's clean up. Ooh. Whoa. I'm a little bit sloppy. What else is new? Clean that up. Put some in her shine spot. I wish I knew where to put highlights. Like, it's my goal to learn. But as of now, I do not know. So let me put more in her. And this will dry down nice. And I mean, you might be able to see it since it's on grayscale instead of on white. But if it was on white, it'd be super easy. And let me, again, do these clouds a little bit. Can you tell the difference on camera? I can tell the difference in person. So I hope you can. So yeah, I just keep this tiny little paintbrush nearby. And the spray bottle. The spray bottle Sam actually got to wet his hair, but it is the most fun spray bottle. It like sprays really smooth, and I literally, like, it's only water in there, and I literally like spray it on myself to cool off. So if you heard that, that's what I was doing. But it's also useful to wet my, oh, that was too much, to wet my little paint. So I'm going to lighten up, and again, I'm not being super careful since I'm just trying to finish up for the video. So you can definitely be more careful. But yeah, if you were to go over white, I might, all right, for experiment's sake, I don't want to like put my whole arm. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to go over like some of the white in the ribbon. And again, this doesn't, like, it's not very fancy, but I'm doing it so that you can see if you did like white gel pen over red, it comes out pink. So we'll let that dry. So that's that. This is going to last 10.5 years because, yeah, it's going to last forever. So that's nice. All right, back to this. I got my metallics and my glaze. I think I'll make a lot of noise. I'm going to take, I'm so scared. This is where I either make it or break it. I either will go way too much or I go just enough. So what I like to do, honestly, is mostly take my metallics and I kind of just outline everything in a similar color. So I'm outlining the pink bow in the pink metallic. You know what I do need? I think it is the Stardust, are the glitter ones. Those are the ones that I don't have. The glaze are fun. I mostly use them for like underwater stuff. Can you see that? Yeah. I'm not being the most careful, but I'm just going to outline a bunch of stuff because that's where it's just a good place for it. I don't know. You let me know what your method of glitter attack is. Sometimes I'll use it to clean up any edges kind of situation. But a lot of times I just rough outline and go for it because it's such a similar color that if I'm not perfect on the line, it's not a big deal. But it's the kind of thing you almost can't see as you're doing it, but then when you hit certain lights, the glitter hits. And it looks good. Or at least that is my opinion. So, random, random, random. Beautiful. I don't know what else to do. Like, is that it? That feels like not enough. But what else can we do? Why do I want to glaze these ribbons? I don't know. What does the glaze actually look like? Have I used that color? I'm going to glaze her ribbons just so I can have said I have done something else. So yeah, that's changing the color of them pretty intensely. Well then, it'll dry down. I might also put my clear glaze over her eyeballs also. That gives a nice shine. I should have done the other color. What a fool. But it still looks good. All right, where's my clear? Do I still have clear? Is that you? No, that's white, not clear. This was crazy. Oh, see, that's a jelly roll. Sakura, I mean. Hello? Are you clear? It is hard to tell. Are we ruining everything? No, honestly, I'm scared. So I'm not going to do that. This page might be done. Too much, Jean. Here we go. Outlining her eyeball in the green glitter. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Never stop when we should. Okay. Can you even see it? Yeah, you can see it when I shine. Ooh, so she's got glazed ribbons and then glitter, and I did it around her eyeballs. Beautiful. This is a pretty simple page, but I'm happy to have done it again because I don't know when I would have since I had done it in the old book, but now here it is. So, hooray. That is that. Okay, if you made it to the end, what can our secret word be? I feel like ballerina is too obvious, but maybe we'll just go for it. So let me know if you have this book and you're going to do this page, if you've already done it. If you do it or something similar, like a different ballerina, make sure to post it like on Instagram or something and let me know. My Instagram is DaniButtonColors. Oops, it is always listed down below if you want to tag me so I can share it. I just love looking at it. It's my favorite part of the group buddy color is to see how everyone comes up with all their different color palettes and fun stuff like that. So please let me know down below. Otherwise, thumbs up this video if you liked it. Comment anything you want to comment down below, including the answer to all our questions and the secret word ballerina. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time. I post fun stuff. And I'll be back very soon with another video. I have another idea for my next video, so keep on the lookout. I'm not going to spoil it, but mandalas is a hint. It is a mandala video, hopefully. So let me know. All that fun stuff. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye, friends.